I'm Jessica Menton for IBTimesTV reporting from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, where stocks edged up today, but economic data released sent mixed signals about the U.S. economy. Initial jobless claims fell last week, but business spending was flat. Joseph Greco from Meridian Equities Partners will be speaking with us about the latest data released, as well as if employment will stall if Congress cannot agree on a fiscal cliff measure. The Commerce Department said on Thursday that although new durable good orders posted their biggest gain last month since January 2010, business spending was still flat in September. Separate data released by the Labor Department showed that the number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits fell last week, which could be a sign that the labor market is slowly healing. Many economists believe companies are holding back investments due to fears Congress could fail to avert sharp tax hikes and spending cuts in 2013, which threatened to send the U.S. economy back into recession. Business spending in the U.S. was flat in September. Are companies holding back on investments due to the uncertainty of who's going to be elected president in November?
Well, there's surely some sentiment and belief out there that business owners, both large and small, are a little bit concerned that perhaps their, in particular, businesses or industries will be impacted by the election. And I would tend to think that, especially with 2 to 3 weeks left to go, now would not be the time to make any, aggressive moves in either direction until we can get more clarity and find out who's going to be in office for the next 4 years.
Businesses have expressed concerns for hiring until Congress can agree on fiscal cliff measures. Do you think that employment will stall until Congress can agree on those measures?
Well, we're looking at a few months now, and to anticipate that business is going to be completely at a standstill until then, I think would be really overshooting the mark. While business owners, CEOs, CFOs are going to be surely concerned and focused on how Congress gets to work once we know we have clarity with the presidential office, I think they're still going to be moving along with business as best they can. Right now is not the time to be playing a game and waiting out for Congress when it's 3 or 4 months away. So I do believe that business is going to continue to move as best they can. Unfortunately, what we're hearing with quarterly earnings guidance is that things don't look very rosy. And while the fiscal cliff may compound the effects, right now the businesses and industries themselves have their own concerns about the growth and the stagnant growth of the economy altogether.
Data on Wednesday showed that sales of new single-family homes in the U.S. soared to a 2.5-year high to 5.7%. Other data released Thursday indicated that the National Association of Realtors' U.S. pending home sales index for September rose only modestly. The Federal Open Market Committee released a statement Wednesday saying that the Fed would continue buying $40 billion in mortgage-backed securities per month until the labor market improves, and repeated that it expects to keep interest rates near zero until at least mid-2015. New home sales rose in September, but pending home sales didn't rise as much as expected. What do you think is more important to look at, that new home sales are rising or that pending home sales aren't rising as much as economists thought they were going to?
I would say that actually home sales, not pending, because the actual sales are when cash is exchanged, when the asset is now transferred ownership and the economy is moving along. Pending simply just means when the applications are in, and while it's indicative of perhaps what's in the pipeline for what will soon be, hopefully, home sales, it's often an augmented number, and that number actually gets deflated when we come down to actually the homes that are actually sold. So the reason why I'm saying all that is, whereas 5, 6, 7 years ago, you had people coming to the table and getting a mortgage, and it was nice and easy and a smooth process. Right now, we're seeing more and more people apply, but not necessarily get the type of mortgage or financing they need. Or conversely, you have a different mix of people who are coming with cash for the entire purchase. So I think that number the pending can be a little bit misleading when we actually should look at what trades actually hit the tape, and those are of course the sales themselves.
For Friday, U.S. GDP will be announced, as well as consumer sentiment. I'm Jessica Menton for IBTimesTV reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.